Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending upon when you're joining us for this virtual season of the Courtyard Concerts series here at the Nashville Public Library. My name's Kent Oliver, and it is my privilege to be director of the Nashville Public Library and welcome you to this exciting season, which, yes, will be a virtual season and will be a little bit different than what we've experienced in the past. We have a lot of great artists joining us this year. You'll be hearing Baroque, jazz, Americana, and just some wonderful music. But obviously, it will be in a virtual format. It will not be here in the Courtyard. I am joining you from the Courtyard here at the main library in downtown Nashville. Many of you are used to being in this space, and we wanted to make sure that you got a chance to see that it's still here and it's waiting for you when the library reopens. I want to make sure that we thank David Toon. David Toon was the founder of this series, and without David, none of this would be possible or would be happening. I'd also like to thank the Nashville Public Library Foundation. The Library Foundation makes sure that we can afford to provide a lot of great services and programs that we would not be able to do, and certainly other libraries are not able to do because they do not have the kind of support the foundation gives us. I also want to make sure to thank our wonderful production staff. The production people are challenged a little bit this year as they piece all of this wonderful music together and bring this to you totally online. Today, I'm pleased to introduce to you two great Americana artists. The Associated Press named our friend Mary Gauthier as one of the best songwriters of her generation. Her 2018's Rifles and Rosary Beads, a collection of songs co-written with wounded veterans, was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Folk Album and Record of the Year by the Americana Music Association. The United Kingdom Americana Association named Mary International Artist of the Year, and the Folk Alliance International named it Record of the Year. Her songs have been recorded by dozens of artists, including Jimmy Buffett, Blake Shelton, Tim McGraw, Kathy Mattea, and the list goes on. And many of her songs have appeared in film and on TV. Most recently, I was excited to hear one of her songs in the new series Yellowstone. Jaimee Harris is poised to become the next queen of Americana-Folk, and she is sometimes described as a slightly edgier Emmylou Harris for the younger generation. High praise, I would say. Her debut album, Red Rescue, draws comparisons to Patty Griffin, Lucinda Williams, and Kathleen Edwards, all writers who know how to craft a heartbreakingly beautiful song with just enough grit to keep you enthralled. Harris writes about the basic human experience in a way that is simple, poetic, and often painfully relatable. Harris's talent has impressed artists and critics alike. Peter Blackstock of the Austin American-Statesman called her one of Austin's most promising young singer-songwriters. Gretchen Peters says she's quick to pay homage to her musical heroes, but Jaimee Harris is her own person with her own voice. She's got a natural songwriter's instinct for the hard truth and a voice that brings them home with punch. So pay attention to her. So sit back, relax, turn up those screen monitors, and enjoy the music.
Mary Gauthier here with Jaimee Harris, and we're happy to be a part of this series for the Public Library of Nashville. The virtual concert is on, and this series is free to the public. It's in its 17th year, and we're happy to be a part of it. Again, this will be my third appearance in this series, and we love the library, we love books, we love people who read books. Thank you for tuning in. This is a song I wrote about a hobo. I never met him, but I did read his obituary. It was in the New York Times, and it had a headline. It said, "Steam Train Maury Graham, King of the Hobos, dead at age 89. And when I read his obituary, I found out he was elected king of the hobos at the annual Hobo Convention, which is held every year in a little town called Britt, Iowa. They've been gathering for over 100 years there to elect their king. Steam Train was elected king more times than any other man. I became fascinated with him and ended up writing a song in his honor. Steam Train looked like Santa Claus the day after Christmas. A little ragged around the edges, but he had those eyes, those sparkly, compelling Santa Claus happy eyes. Steam Train Maury died last night. His wife Wanda by his side. He caught the westbound out of here, hopped the irons to the by and by. They say he jumped 10,000 trains, rode 1,000,000 miles for free, helped out at VA hospitals and penitentiaries. Dandy Dave and Rusty Nails and Sweet Lady Sugarcane, Dead-Eye Kate and the Baloney Kid, raise a cup tonight in Steam Train's name. Senators and congressmen, puppets on a string, among windswept vagabonds. Steam Train was king, he was the last of the hobo kings. He was the last of the hobo kings. Now bums, they just drink and wander around. Tramps dream and wander too. But a hobo was a pioneer, and he preferred to work for food. He knew how a nation was doing by the length of a sidewalk cigarette butt. Born with an aching wanderlust embedded in his guts. Hounded, beaten, laughed at, broke, chased out of every town, with his walking stick scepter, with his shredded coffee can crown. The last of the hobo kings. The last of the hobo kings. The last freemen or hobos, Steinbeck said, and paid them cash. And the stories he bought from them helped him write The Grapes of Wrath. But boxcars have been sealed for years, and trespassers do time. And railroad yards are razor wired, now hoboing's a crime. So here's to you, Steam Train Maury. Hold that westbound tight as you ride off into history. The last hobo, the last ride. The last of the Hobo Kings. The last of the Hobo Kings. Nice picking, Jaimee Harris.
Thank you, Mary Gauthier.
I love the way you play that.
Thank you.
Oh, that's just gorgeous.
Oh, thanks for saying that.
You got that high lonesome in your fingers there. Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
So yeah, we're coming to you live from video. I'm in my office in Nashville, outside of Green Hills, and this is part of the virtual concert series from the Nashville Public Library, a series that's been running free to the public for over 17 years. And I'm Mary Gauthier here with Jaimee Harris. I'm going to play another song for y'all. This one was written with women who were married to members of the military. I'm part of an organization called Songwriting with Soldiers. And what we do, it's a nonprofit. We pair up professional songwriters with veterans, wounded veterans, and their families. And this song was written with spouses of veterans, some active duty, some retired. And what the women all told me when I sat down with them was that there's a war after the war. And they're experiencing that in their homes. And they feel oftentimes quite invisible. And so this song is a co-write with 5 or 6 military spouses and Beth Nelson Chapman, who was also part of that retreat. And we're honored to say Malcolm Gladwell picked this as his favorite song of 2019? 2018.
2018.
Time flies. Favorite song of 2018, which is a true honor. I'm a giant fan of Malcolm Gladwell and honored to be on his podcast as well. Anyway, let's play the song. Here we go. Who's gonna care for the ones who care for the ones who went to war? Who's letting man's in the living room, eggshells on the floor? Lost myself in the shadow of your honor and your pain. You stare out of the window as our dreams go down the drain. Invisible, war after the war. I get no basic training, I get no purple heart. I'm supposed to carry on, I can't fall apart. People look at you and thank you for the sacrifice you made. They look at me and smile, say I'm lucky, you're okay. War after the war. I'm a soldier too, just like you. Service something bigger than myself. I serve unseen, caught in between my pain and the pain of someone else. But I'm stronger than you think I am, right here by your side. I am not your enemy, I don't wanna fight. There's no going back in time. Beautiful.
Cool, thank you.
Well done. Sure is nice singing with you.
I like singing with you too.
The harmonies provided by Jaimee Harris. Jaimee's going to play a couple songs, and I am not a harmony singer. It's actually a lot harder than it looks to sing harmony. But I know I'm in good company with a lot of songwriters who are not harmony singers. You know, John Prine couldn't sing harmony. Wasn't much of a harmony singer. He loved to have people harmonize with him. But if he was asked to harmonize, he would have to hear the harmony sung and then match it.
That's how Jimmy LaFave was too.
Mm-hmm.
He could do it, but he'd sing it for him. Yeah.
Yeah, Patty Griffin too. You have to sing the harmony, then take the melody out, and then she would match the harmony, then you put the melody back in.
I didn't know that about Patty.
Yeah, that's how Griff did it when she sang harmonies on my third record, Filth and Fire.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So if they struggle with it, I don't have any shame about it. But Jaimee's an amazing harmony singer. I'm gonna let her go ahead and play a couple songs for y'all, and I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy it.
Well, thanks. I was thinking about, I was just having this memory kind of drop in as we were singing that song, and I think when I moved to Nashville about 1.5 years ago, that the first show I saw when I moved to Nashville was actually a Courtyard concert at the library with you and Beth Nielsen Chapman and Ashley Cleveland.
Is that right?
I think that memory was just like dropping into my consciousness as
It was
we
a
were
beautiful
playing that.
day.
It was a great day, and of course it was really cool for me because I grew up in the 90s listening to 90s country music. So when Beth played this Kiss, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is one of the songs I learned how to play on guitar, and I sang over and over again in my bedroom, and I waited for it to come on the radio to record it onto my jam box. So
Beth wrote a lot of hits in the 90s.
yeah, so
Yes,
what a
indeed.
cool memory, and thank you to the library for giving me that awesome just moved to Nashville experience. Thank you. Well, I never thought I'd find God here, full of nicotine and caffeine, shaking with fear, just praying for another day to stay in the clear. Well, I never thought I'd find God here. I never thought I'd draw sober breath. I always thought I'd be a wreck. I always figured I'd have nothing left. Well, I never thought I'd draw sober breath. But I gave up the cocaine, gave up the gin, freed myself of the hell I was in. Asked the Lord to keep me clean again. And the Spirit came, picked me up, do a little retune in here.
And this song is called
Snow White Knuckles.
Snow White Knuckles, and that's on your first and only record.
Yes, Red Rescue.
Red Rescue. That's such a good song.
Thank you.
I remember playing that at a center in Tulsa for women who were getting out of the criminal justice system. In front of, I guess it was 40 or 50 women. And man, you really had them in tears. That song is incredibly powerful for people who've gotten tangled up with the law and are trying to get untangled and trying to change their life and do better. It's really an anthem for people who are in a place of wanting to do better. And I think it's an incredibly powerful song. And
Thank you.
I'm always amazed when I see it do its work on people who are in that place. You know, it's just this stuff here. It can be far more than entertainment, and I think that song definitely is. It brought hope to people who really needed it that day. Yeah, you know, Oklahoma has more women incarcerated in its penal system than any other state. A lot of them are moms. The kids don't get to see their moms. It's a really painful and difficult situation, and to be able to bring hope in that environment, it's a big deal. I just thought I'd mention that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. That place was incredible. It's called Women in Recovery for anyone that's interested in looking up what they're doing. It's an organization in Tulsa that does offer an alternative to prison for women that are battling addiction. And they offer educational resources and cooking classes and parenting classes, 12-step recovery meetings, therapy, all kinds of resources, lodging even. It's really, really cool. I hope more places like Women in Recovery pop up over the country.
Yeah, it's a model program for other cities and states. Women in Recovery, check it out. What you got for us there?
I'm going to play a little song called Keep Me On Your Mind.
Yeah, a little love song.
Yeah, and I think it pairs well with quarantine.
It does. This removal is intense.
Well, they said that it would come, and the heavens opened up, and the sky began a crying all the rain. Saw it all from Tennessee, wishing you were here with me, wishing I was wrapped up in your arms again. I keep listening to your song, it helps me to carry on in a world I seem to be floating above. You're a million miles from me, but it's quite the poet's dream to feel such a longing, feel so tortured, know such love. Won't you keep me on your mind as we wander through this time, marking off the days with X's and O's. I will do the same, you know I ain't that far behind. As you go, won't you keep me on your mind? I can only dream of all the places you have seen, or to fly on the wings of a song. We'll spin our tail in around, putting love in every line, and we'll be singing here together before long. Won't you keep me on your mind as we wander through this time, marking off the days with X's and O's. I will do the same, you know I ain't that far behind. As you go, won't you keep me on your mind? it's too hard to think on all the days that come between. The next time I'll hold your hand in mine. One day you'll greet the dawn, I'll be riding right along. But while you're gone, won't you keep me on your mind? Won't you keep me on your mind as we wander through this time, marking off the days with X's and O's? I will do the same, you know I ain't that far behind. As you go, won't you keep me on your mind? I will do the same, you know I ain't that far behind. As you go, won't you keep me on your mind?
Oh boy, I really feel that longing. I miss everybody.
I know.
I miss everybody. And, you know, it's just a time of reflection and longing. And, you know, we have had it really good, haven't we? Yeah, we've been richly blessed, and we still are. But gosh, I miss everybody.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna wrap up our little section here, and thank the Courtyard Concerts for including us in this online event. 2020 is gonna go down as the online event.
The virtual year.
The virtual year. Yes. The movement online was inevitable. It was happening slowly, and then it happened real fast. They say that's how change works. It happens slowly and then suddenly.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it feels like this is kind of the jolt onto a new way of doing music and a new way of connecting with folks. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thanks all the good folks at the library who do God's work with books and people. We love great stories. We love good books, and my house is actually turning into a library. I got so many books. They're wall to wall, ceiling
It's so
to ceiling.
crazy, you guys. I wish we could like do a little tour of all of the books hiding everywhere in our, not hiding, but
just everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah. I like to go into a book and find the world. You can find the world in a book without leaving your house. And right now, during this time of longing, it's a really blessed thing to bury in a good book and go find the world there.
I was gonna ask, have you read anything during this quarantine time that you fell in love with?
Oh yeah. I'm reading on how to be anti-racist now, which is powerful, because interestingly, the author talks about self-reflection more than telling you what to do. He was trying to take it out of himself, which is always the best approach.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's powerful. It gives me chills just talking about it. And I read Glennon Doyle's new book, Untamed. What else did I finish? I know I finished a couple more.
Did you read a Richard Rohr book also?
Richard Rohr's book. Yes. Father Richard Rohr.
Yes.
And I've got so many in the queue to go. I know I've been reading, but I can't remember much right now. My memory's failing me. So is my understanding of time. Days are fast, days are slow, all at the same time. Anyway, thank y'all. We'll see you down the line at the Courtyard Concert, maybe 2021 in the Courtyard. Till then, God bless. Take care. My father sure could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor fall right slowly on the ground. His work is almost over, won't be long. He won't be around. I love my father. He could use some mercy now. And my brother sure could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom, shackled to his fear and doubt. The pain that he lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother. He could use some mercy now. My church and my country, they could use a little mercy now. As they sink into a poison pit, it's gonna take forever to climb out. They carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. I love my church and country. They could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use a little mercy now. Only the hand of grace can end the race towards another mushroom cloud. There's people in power who'll do anything to keep their crown. I love life, life itself could use some mercy now. We all could use a little mercy now. I know we don't deserve it, but we need it anyhow. We hang in the balance, we dangle between hell and hallowed ground. And every single one of us could use some mercy now. Yes, every single one of us could use some mercy now. Thank y'all.
Wasn't that incredible? I hope you enjoyed today's concert, and I hope you're enjoying all the great programming that the library has online in a space that we call NPL Universe. If you like today's program, please take a moment to click on like and subscribe to the Nashville Public Library's Universe. Thank you, and goodbye from the beautiful downtown Courtyard.